What's going on, people? 2024. Hey, about to kick it off right. I have to start by saying this. Some things have happened in my personal life that were unexpected, and I should be taking the time to be grieving and all stuff like that. But honestly, I've kind of gotten over it because I've already made peace with this person. I didn't have any regrets. Now, it's not to say that I didn't feel anything. I definitely felt something. But I had to examine what I was really feeling. Like, why was it causing me so much pain? I realized that the only thing I was feeling, because I had peace, was my false expectations. See, last time I talked to this person was this past Saturday. And I told him when we got off the phone, all right, Pops, yeah, I'll give you a call later. You know, it's that right there. Um, Expecting to give him a phone call. That's what hurt. That's what hurt me. And that's just something small. That's why it kind of came and went. Um, does it suck? Yeah, of course. But what can you do? What's done is done. You know, like I said, I lied to myself thinking that I was going to talk to him again. They always say old saying, you know, make plans, but don't expect things to go as planned. And that's what I did. I expected. So, and in turn, I lied to myself. And people always keep saying, "What's wrong with expectations?" Voila, there you go. That's what's wrong with expectations. You put it's like you're not in the future. You don't know what tomorrow will bring. You're not even guaranteed tomorrow yourself, and yet you got these promises that you put on yourself. So that's how we lay it out. Anyways, I guess I wanted to talk today, about what I've realized, and a lot of people have a misconception about life itself when it comes to making decisions and what they should pursue. Now, I'm not going to tell you what to do. Pursue what you want to pursue, but let me just give you some perspective, some clarity, some understanding. Life is a decision making process, okay? In life, being one, there's three things, only three, that make you would say, equal to everyone around you, whether up or down, rich, poor, sick, or healthy. Don't matter. The one thing that makes you equal to everyone else, three things that make you equal. You have a life, you have choices, and you're ignorant. Those are your three things: life, choice, ignorance. The thing is, people will judge those three things. People will judge you based on what you know. They'll judge you based upon your choices. They'll judge you upon your life. Okay? These feelings that we go through, man, these feelings that we have, they're always coming and going. They're always fleeting. But there are some that we actually encourage and um, indulge in. There's obviously there's happiness. That's the one that everyone wants to serve under. Happiness. I'll get to that later. There's anger. Some people just like to be angry. Sadness. You know, you don't want to be, but you always find yourself in that area. Like I said, just things that you're always feeling. In life, that's what we do. We feel things. Right here, this whole conversation, you using your eyes, you're getting a sense of reality, and in that sense, you're feeling something, whether that's connectivity with my voice or whatever it is you're seeing displayed before you. You're gonna react to it. We're human. This is the flesh. Welcome to the flesh. Sorry, I'm not in the flesh with you, but you know what I'm saying. But anyways, getting back to topic, people want to talk about, when it comes to emotions, people don't understand when it comes to decisions, you know, if life is a decision making process, well, then there are steps to that process. All right. There is a right way and a wrong way, believe it or not. Take what you will with that. But there is a right and a wrong way to make decisions. All right. And I think most of you, not all of you, because nothing's absolute, will agree with me. The best decision you can ever make in life is a wise decision. The second decision you're ever make is based on what you know. The last decision you ever want to make is based on what you feel or assume. They always tell you never assume, but people have a habitual way of doing it all the time. Again, nothing against anyone personally, even myself. We're in the flesh. We deal with things, you know. Sometimes it's hard for us to slow down and be aware of what's happening in present, what's really going on. We don't question things. We like to be comfortable, complacent, at ease, you know, but that comes at a cost. Everything that comes easy loses value. I'm gonna let you know right now, if you choose to go by how you feel over what you know, you're being stupid. Full stop. I'm saying right now, anytime you actually know something and you go against your own knowledge, you are being what we call stupid. This is not ignorance. Don't get it twisted. Ignorance is when you do not know. Okay? If you have, let's say, a situation that you're in and you don't know, and you have no choice but to go by how you feel or what it is you can just guess at that time, yes, you can still, either make the decision or don't make the decision. Choice is up to you whether you want to do it or not. You may feel I'm pressured. I have no time. I got to make a decision as a split decision. You know, like I said, sometimes you don't get the opportunity to ask questions. Kind of just have to go with what's going along. And 9 times out of 10, you're gonna probably suffer from that. But that still plays to the rules of what this life is. There's gonna be ups, there's gonna be downs, but you're gonna have to take the time in life and try to figure out where you're at in that moment, and to know things, and to go by what you know, and to take in wisdom like this wherever you can, because it is very valuable. You should treat this type of content like it's your life on the line, because that's basically what it's going to be based upon. My whole channel, this whole thing I created for you guys, was for you to find peace. And the thing I'm trying to go against right now is this false God that many of you serve but don't even know it. The false God that you serve and don't realize it is happiness. Now you're saying, well, what's wrong with being happy?
What's wrong with that?
I
Nothing
don't
at
think
all.
nothing's wrong with it.
I'm gonna tell you what's wrong with being happy. Happiness completely throws off your mindset, like depression. Now you may say that one's positive and the other one's negative. I don't see the same. How can it stand by? Understand this. In my opinion, okay, do what I will, but you should strive for peace and joy in your life. Joy is not the same thing as happiness. Let me explain. Joy is a mindset, not a feeling. I say again, joy is a mindset, not a feeling. Joy is what you're able to do when no matter any situation that you put yourself through, you're able to look at the positive. Okay? That's the difference. No matter what you're going through, like even with me right now, right? I just told you my pops had just passed away a couple hours ago. I just found out, right? No matter what you're going through, it's about being aware and seeing the other side of things, not being delusional and ignoring the other things. See, that's what happens when you're happy. It's the same thing as depression. See, when you're happy, you tend to want to ignore all the bad things. You don't want to see all anything that's going to take away your happiness. It's the opposite with depression. Depression is kind of the opposite. You're sad, you don't want to be sad, but you can't seem to find anything that will make you happy. It's hard to see the positive things. You see how that works? See how things just flipped? Because both of those things are there to distract you from seeing what's in front of you. Both negative and positive things exist. Do not ignore them. You will be delusional for doing so and making a decision based on what you cannot see because you're foolish to believe that life is about being happy or my life is just so sad. Don't be so extreme. It's okay to feel these things. I actually tell people all the time, sadness is a great time to humble you. It stabilizes you if you don't go too far with it. It slows you down naturally. It gives you time to take inventory, to see things, be aware of things, and you know, pretty much what I just went through today. Then you have happiness. There's nothing wrong with happiness either. It's just that it kind of does the opposite. You're excited. You're moving very fast. It's easy to overlook things because you're distracted and focused on whatever it is that's making you happy in that time. But you got to pull it back in. You got to pull it back in and contain yourself a little bit. Still have a good time, but always be aware of what's going around you. You know what I'm saying? Nothing can steal your joy if you're constantly being aware. You know what I'm saying? So this is how you have to look at it. Okay? When it comes to making decisions in life, be wise in the moment if you have it. Okay? Most of the time, wisdom comes from making decisions. So making up decisions, you learn enough of your mistakes and to know what you should or should not do. That's the difference between wisdom and knowledge. Knowledge says I can. Wisdom says should I. Mankind has been through a lot of things over and 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 over again. History has repeated itself over and over again. There is nothing new under the sun. This stuff has been done so many times with what we're doing in society. We think that this is brand new. Talking about change. There's no changing when it comes to, well, change is inevitable. We believe that. There's nothing new that we're going to change into. We may express it differently, but for the most part, nothing's new. Human behavior is human behavior. For the most part, this false God I call, which is what most pleasure seekers are after, they don't know it, but they profess it from their tongues. The moment they say that they just want to be happy, they don't understand what that really means. They really don't. It's very one dimensional, delusional, and selfish. But it's because it feels good. And all right, let me just break this down one more time in another way. It's not about good or bad, people. It never was. It's about right or wrong, truth or deception. And as I just so eloquently put it earlier, whether you're on one side of the spectrum or below the spectrum, positive or negative, okay, you will not be able to see the entire picture as a whole. You're going to be purposely blocking out the things that you don't want to see. But the things you don't see are going to kill you. The things that you don't know are going to be used against you. And even if you're flipped the other way around, where it's, you're negative, you're sad, you're depressed, it's the same thing, same symptom. You'll tell yourself all these lies about yourself or about someone else or something you saw, not seeing the other side of it all because you can't see it. The feeling is just that strong because you judge yourself too harshly. You've done enough damage to yourself. You went down too far. Self-inflicted damage. You kill yourself. So it's not the world that's to kill you. You end up killing yourself. Anyways, this is a special episode of Marvel's Opinion if you haven't caught on yet. But I'm going to end it with this because it's already at the 16-minute mark. This thing called life, man. The best thing I could tell you right now is learn to love yourself. And I mean that. Learn to love yourself so you can love those around you. I've told you guys plenty of times. I'll say it again and again and again until the day I die. Truth, faith, and understanding. That is what you need for you. That's what you need for others around you. Okay? The moment you guys break from any of that circle that just gave you between truth, faith, and understanding, you break any of that, and I promise you, you're going to destroy something. Something's going to be destroyed. Whether it's you or the people around you. If you don't love yourself, you cannot love others. That means those you put around you, you will inevitably destroy. And it will be of no effort the moment you don't have faith, truth, and understanding in yourself. Because you're just a walking time bomb, ready to self destruct. You're out of control. You have no discipline. Discipline comes from being patient. Just for those who want to know, you want to know how to become more disciplined? Learn how to slow down and be present. That's for one. Just do nothing sometimes. Most of the time, your eyes are on your phone doing nothing, but that's messing with your psyche. That's where a lot of thoughts and ideas and feelings, like this video, for instance, is coming from. All right? Give your mind a break from that stuff. Unwind. You're messing with something that's unnatural anyway. You're better off being outside under the breeze, the trees, or even in cloudy rain and just chill. You can listen to the raindrops. You can listen to the howling wind as it brushes against the house and hits the windows or something. Listen to a dog barking that's annoying you or something. Or just have a friendly conversation with someone in person. Things that we all take for granted by just looking at this. The world is still revolving and changing and doing what it's doing, and we're not even present to witness the greatness. So, this is what I have to say to you guys, alright? Because this is really my biggest conclusion to all this, and this is my biggest message I have. Can't say it's my last message, but I will say this is definitely my biggest message, okay? Do your best in life to love yourself. Seek truth always. Ask questions. And it's okay to protect yourself. Meaning you don't have to let others know what you know. Okay? Because sometimes people, when it comes to complexity, being complex about things, people who seek complexity seek control. People who want to figure out how things work, they want to know how it works so they can control for themselves. Once they know how to see how it works, they can manipulate it for themselves. So be careful with those who are prying and want to know more and more about you in a way. You don't have to let them know everything. I'm talking about social media, if you haven't caught on yet. But For most people, it's set in stone. I can't lie. You guys gave up too much information to these private sectors. They got so much data that, man, they can emulate human behavior and have you believe that you're probably watching me, for instance. It might not even be me. It might be some AI they just made up. But you'll never know because that's how much information and data has been given to fool you, your senses. Because the only two senses you're able to rely on for the most part is what you see and what you hear. Because a lot of time you guys are in your devices watching stuff like this. I appreciate you watching my video, but this isn't. I'm not trying to make money off of this. This isn't. Uh, this is a message, at best. Okay, take it or leave it. That's all this is. Anyways, sorry, it's been 20 minutes. I know. It's like you could take your time. You're grieving, blah blah blah. You know, speak your truth. We here, we support you. That's okay. I appreciate this love, support, and condolences. But as I told everyone else, I'm not worried about me, man. I'm fine. I mean, my heart's for everyone else. I care for you guys way too much. Um, than my feelings. My feelings are something I conquer all the time. I have to. I can't it's like I have to be an example. You know, I have to be an example. I got people who could find themselves in me and see me in a certain way. And it's not to live in their light and have them judge me and measure me, but it's just like I have to be held accountable, and I have to hold others accountable who strive and want to do better for themselves as well. So if I'm gonna do this right, I'm gonna do it to a T. So I gotta be the one that's always in control of me. Just that simple. And the moment I start to step out of line, those who know me will put a mirror to my face and say, "Hey, that's not you. What are you doing?" And I'm like, "You're right." That's, in my opinion, how it should be. I'll step out. Uh, we have this culture today where we can't shame people. There is shaming, but then there's also just holding people accountable, and that gets conflated and confused a lot. But then there's also people that you don't really hold accountable. People who don't share your values. You shouldn't worry about those people, in my opinion. It's only people who would try to interfere with the things that you value that you should stand up against. In my opinion, again, the only three things you need to protect are the best gifts you ever had: your life, your choice, and what it is you know. And that's all I gotta say, guys. Peace and love. Take care. I'm out.